Beautiful people, hi. Look who I'm here with. I'm here with my beautiful sister and my personal hairstylist. So if you ever need to be fleet to the gods, you know who to call. Imani Mariah. Period. So we're here today because I don't think that's gonna fall. It looks like it is. That's not. Because, and this is real life. If you hear we're in a real life area, okay? So sorry if you hear noises. Anyways, we're just gonna be talking a little bit about depression, how we deal with it, stuff like that. You know, advice. This is not perfect answers. This is just our own how we deal with it on a day-to-day basis. Just even to start, yeah. So we have our little. I jotted down these, and we're just gonna answer them to the best of our ability. Imani, do you want to do this? Yeah, answer this one first. When did you figure out, or when did you know, even when you just had a hunch like something ain't right? Like I knew when I had it. Because I feel like everyone has like a feeling like,
yeah,
oh yeah, I'm not the same anymore.
For me, it was like, it wasn't like I just wake up one day and I'm just like,
oh, I'm depressed.
Shit. Right, I'm depressed. Like, you know, it's not
right. Like you usually,
that.
like people will say, like I woke up one day and I was just,
right.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm.
I think once I realized it is once like I lost pleasure in doing the stuff that I loved. Like I was on the volleyball team and, you know, captain and softball and a lot of high school sports.
And isolating yourself too, more.
Yep, definitely that.
Like
so.
Even the same too off that, like I noticed too, like when I started coming home from work and I would just go like right up into my room, like I wouldn't engage with anyone. I would just be like, no, I'm done with the day. Like I would literally just be like, and I could feel like a shift change in my moods and stuff. So I was like, yeah.
It's like a pit in like your stomach. Like
it's always there.
It's like your heart and your stomach all just feel just sad.
Just all, yeah, down and out, like
Honestly,
all the
me.
time, literally. And you can be around happy people, you'll still like feel the same way.
Right.
Because it's you. They may be happy, okay, that's cool.
And honestly, the worst part, like the lowest that I ever was when like, you know, good things would be happening to like a whole bunch of people around me.
And then
but I just couldn't, like, I would be happy for them, but it'd be a fake happy because it's like.
Because what happiness do I have to give you?
Exactly.
If I don't
like,
even have half of that to give myself. Exactly.
Where am I blessing at?
That's what I'm saying. And that is another thing too, like, especially with people in your life who just switch up on you and people, then you start seeing true colors once you, and it's like, you really see it too when you need people to be there for you.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, you only get a text when they need something, or you only get, or if they do reply, it's at a later time. Like, oh my gosh, I just seen this now.
You know, like you're over it now. Like
exactly. Like I don't need your help now.
So I think the lowest I ever was definitely like straight out of high school.
Oh yeah.
Straight out, like maybe a year. This is probably like maybe 2 years ago or something. That's when I was at my lowest. My grandmother passed. That was like.
That's how it was with me.
Yeah.
Because when Malik died, like my ex, that's when it was low for me too. Like when I lost someone really close to me. Because then it was really like, this is the person I went to and talked to a lot about the stuff I was going through. And now they're not here anymore. So it's like, what do I do?
Right.
And so, and I'm sure even you had to adjust to that too. Because I had to adjust without him being here, like wanting to reach out to him and knowing I couldn't, like knowing you can't reach out to that person anymore.
Right.
Definitely, no, that's 100% true. And then, how would you say you deal with it? Like, do you have tactics that you use, or do you like those calm apps they have, stuff like that? Like,
honestly, a lot of it was just praying and
amen.
Yeah, and just thinking about like who I looked up to, and just always trying to remain that, you know, relationship with God and just praying on it.
Right.
Especially because everybody goes through a dark time, so it's like, and for me it was hard because I was always a friend that people would run to with their problems, and whenever I felt like I had a problem, it was like I couldn't, you know, talk to them like that.
Right.
You know, and I was scared to come out, you know, a lot of the time until like my boyfriend.
Well, yeah, because you feel like you're burdening them, especially if it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's how I felt like with my family. I was like, well, I don't want to keep bringing the same thing up all the time. And it's like, I feel like I'm just bugging them about it.
Yeah. That's just the worst. So once my boyfriend came around, it was a lot easier to go through things. Just because I had that companion that, you know, always
right,
looked out
and that
for
support,
me,
exactly.
especially at my lowest.
And then you have someone there that you can depend on, right? And then talking to God too, like off that, because you feel like you don't want to keep talking to. You're like, okay, God won't judge me like other people will, so it's like, of course you can feel like you can talk to God about anything.
Exactly. And
compared to other humans, because they'd be like, well, why don't you do this, or why do you feel that? How do you expect me to answer a question about how I feel if I don't even know why I feel this way?
Exactly. Like, it really takes until you like sit there and like you look at yourself and what you've been doing in your life, and you know, figure out why you're not happy.
Exactly.
And how you to change that.
And doing more things to make you happy, right?
Getting new hobbies, exercising. Like,
that's a goal I want to make for myself too. Like going out more and doing more stuff with like engaging with people. Because I'm so easy to just lock myself inside and like just watch Netflix or just be by myself and talk to people over social media. Oh yeah, this, that, nah. And then it ends up just being, oh yeah, now I'm in the house. And then it's like going off that, like, does it affect your life as a whole? I would personally, well, I would probably say, yeah, I would think it would.
Oh, definitely.
Especially, would you say a day-to-day basis? Like, do you wake up ever feeling like, oh, I feel different today than I did yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Because that, I feel like if you feel like that, that means that you're like, you're on the right path then.
And it's crazy because also like seasonal depression. That's like
winter.
That's something, winter
and summer when everyone's both winter and summer, because everyone's booed up and they're going on trips and vacations, and you see couple goals and exactly. Oh gosh, that's why it started from them.
No, I'm just like
because everyone's like, well, this what is it? Cuffing season. What do they call it? Yeah, when winter comes.
Oh yeah.
You'll be like, well, where's everyone's boo thing? And then you'll see like boyfriend, girlfriend applications on. Like, you see so much on social media too, and I feel like that contributes to the depression.
Right. And social media is a fantasy. You can be whatever you want on there. You can do whatever you want.
Literally, you could be a whole superstar, and you really like nobody in real life.
Right.
And you're making up this facade just for people like your fan base. That's crazy, because people really do that though. They'll make this image out for themselves, and they'll really just be struggling, like how you see famous people, like, oh no, this is what was really going on with them for years now, and you would have never known.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like though, if you wake up feeling different, then you're definitely on the right path to getting to where you need to be, and I think it's mainly your surroundings that are improving it too.
Definitely.
Because if you make your actions change, then you change your surroundings. It's like you do everything you're supposed to be doing. At least, yeah. And it's like you really just gotta sometimes tell yourself, like, I need to get out of bed. I need to do something today.
Right.
Like, I can't sit around. And I feel so much better too after I actually do stuff. And like beforehand, I'm like, oh, this is gonna take so long, or this is gonna be so hard.
Right.
But it's like after you do it, you feel better that you actually did something productive than just sitting in bed all day and scrolling on your phone. And I don't know, it's a battle, but I feel like it's a different battle for everyone, of course, because everyone's different.
Right.
And no one's the same.
Everybody handles things differently. Everybody has a different trigger.
Right, exactly.
No.
No one has the same traits. Right, exactly. Everyone deals with stuff differently, reacts to stuff differently, so it's never one and the same. And it's like, advice-wise, would you give anyone advice, like from your own personal experiences? Well, I would say even like just for people who just figured out they have depression, or they feel like it's just a never-ending battle.
Yeah, that's a question.
Because there's so many things, though, you could answer it. Yeah, it's
like you could tell them,
a wide range.
You could obviously, like, I feel like once you open up to a fellow person with depression, it's easier than just like being somebody that doesn't.
Oh, you took the words. Oh,
yeah,
girl.
That doesn't know exactly like what depression
what you're going through,
anxiety.
Exactly. It's so much easier when you can relate to someone with it, and then they're like, "Yes, I deal with that too," and they're like, "Oh," and you're like, you just kind of feel like a breath of like, oh my gosh, yes,
Right.
I finally met someone who understands what I'm going through.
Exactly, and you can, you know, speak to them about that. A lot of times, like, honestly, like,
just finding
music,
someone you're comfortable with.
Yeah, music definitely helps. Like when I feel like I'm, you know, just heading back down that path,
right?
Gospel music definitely speaks to my soul.
Especially
And I,
like driving.
play it often. Yeah, all the time. I play it so often just because, like, especially in a lot of the places, because I used to get a lot of suicidal urges.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be driving, and then out of nowhere, like, I just want to, you know, drive my car.
Like, what if I swerved off the road right now?
Like,
exactly like you think of it.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you think of it, and you're like, well, what if I would have just went off this bridge right now? What would happen? What would really
exactly.
happen? Like, what would really happen if I just, you know, jumped over this, or what would? That's what I'm saying. I'll think of stuff in my head, and I'll snap back like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's definitely comforting having someone you can relate to. Definitely just doing what works best for you. What was that, David?
Yeah.
Answer it.
Oh,
You know he wants you to answer it.
Oh.
It's okay, guys. Boo dang.
Yeah, I'm at home. I can't. I'm mid-braid right now. I'm mid-braid. Yeah. Remember I told you that my friend Mariah was coming over to get her hair braided? Just let me get through this braid and then I'll call you back, okay? Oh, okay. Are you going on break at what, 7? Okay. Well, I'll expect your call. Or I'll call you. Love you too, babe.
Love helps also. Real love. Not the poisonous kind of love where you find a temporary person to just deal with it for the time being. Because I've done that before too, and that gets you nowhere.
Yeah.
Temporary happiness is exactly what it's called. Temporary happiness. It does not last forever. Only a moment in time. You might think that that person is pleasing you. Oh, honey. No. Never use temporary people for permanent problems. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
we are speaking over here. I hope y'all like this video because we spoke some truth today, honey. And depression is real. You should not feel ashamed for having depression or anxiety or just suicide thoughts. That's real life.
Right. And talk to people.
Exactly. Talk to people. Utilize like all your options, like whether it's like back to what I was saying, even if it's a Calm app, whatever works best for you.
That Calm app is truth, though.
It is like the rain. That's my favorite one. The rain, like when I'm going to sleep, I like listening to rain. Oh yeah, that one works. I love that one. But yes, just doing stuff that helps you, that isn't gonna hurt you physically, emotionally, or mentally. Stuff that's gonna improve your well-being and help you with depression on a day-to-day basis, because it's like where we're at now in life, we have things that we can use to make us feel better.
Right.
You know, and we've grown so much from when we've started and when we realized we had it. And I'm proud of us because it's not a easy journey whatsoever. And we made it through, and we're continuing to make it through every day, and so are all of you. And know that it's a never-ending journey, but it's also a beautiful journey because you find more of yourself within it, your true self. And yes, honey, depression is not anything to defeat you. You defeat it, okay? Ping, pang, bing, bang. This was a great video. I think how many minutes does this say? 14. We did it. And honestly, we're two beautiful souls that can tell you right now that you can make this every day and you can deal with it. And it's not something that can defeat you, that you're stronger than the battle you're facing. 100%. Once again, if you ever need your hair fleeked, just Imani Mariah. You know the name. It's literally, how can you forget it? And yes, stay tuned for more videos, you know, more in the future. There's definitely going to be more content, and I hope this helps you guys, benefits everyone that watches it. And we appreciate you. Okay, bye. See you.